right about now.
Yeah, let's get right into it here. The pistol round on this very first match of LOOT.BET Season 9. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back here with you, Dan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
And
we got to cast a little bit last season, which was very enjoyable.
it was a long time ago, of course, but now we get to relive those experiences as we see Astralis Talents versus KC Esports, the pistol round being live. And the utility on Landon and Yeps is going to be there for the Brazilians, where the Astralis Talents, they just have a hero diffuse by on Void. And this is going to be off to a pretty slow start. The terrorists, having taken ramp control and playground, will be advancing toward the A site, but CT's heavy presence toward B.
Yeah, they've gone for a boost here to looking towards Connector Vesta up on top of his teammate's head, hoping to spot someone, but they're all in a different location on the map, so not really much chance of that happening. And right now they're just shift walking the way up long. There is a P250 as well on the KC Sports side. I think they were hoping to take a duel with that against one of these USPs, maybe catch a player off guard, because obviously the P250 that can duel with those USPs at the long range for the one shots, but the smokes come raining in and it's going to be close quarters action as well. The site is vacated. Okay, so they're going to get ourselves a bomb plant, and this is going to be a retake A from the Astralis side, a 5-on-5 retake.
Always love to see those, right?
For
And let's see,
sure.
yeah.
Especially with two quick shots like that landed in Nissim, they're going to quickly deal with that flank from the Astralis side, and now it's up to these players pushing in through the main CT side, and it's all just coming up yellow. It's all coming up case. Quicker than you like, that retake is dead.
They don't lose a single player, if I'm not mistaken. Just the flank completely shut down from the get-go. 2 quick kills from those 2 players that came out of Con, and well, once you're in a 3v5, I don't think you have much of a chance to do anything, especially with the bomb being planted for the aforementioned toilets, right? So the Brazilians going to be starting this one out with a lead and an economic one as well. As Astralis seem to be pausing this game. Well, I don't know if it was them actually. Either way, we are having a little bit of a pause here. And I think an eco to come out from Astralis Talents unless they fancy themselves a cheeky deagle buy. Can't even buy the usual scouts that you like complement the deagle buy with though, right?
Unless you fancy going for no armor.
Which I don't think you want to do glass cannon scout against SMGs.
Generally
Usually
not.
a bad call.
Unless you have something set up, yeah, generally it's a no go. But you know,
Hey,
I've
you could
seen
do
it.
the 5-man stack. Oh no, wait, that's the T side.
That's the T
So
side,
yeah,
yeah. All you
but
have to
as
do
a
is
Starlet,
switch, play the rest of this half out, then buy scouts for the second round T half. Yeah.
but there is another boost you can do. You can do it from A short. It
Yeah.
requires so many players, and you can get a scout to look into B somewhat, get like a few frags, and then, well, you're still in kind of a bad spot, right? Because you just gave them the round in exchange for like 1 or 2 kills, but you're still only saving a scout on 1 player without armor. Not very useful in the coming rounds for sure, but I don't know. Maybe it's something to go for. Either way, it looks like we'll be going live shortly. The players seem to be moving around. Oh, hey, the bank is called timeout, as is the T spawn.
Yeah.
Strange choice of names, especially in Germany. That wouldn't go over well. It would have to be called Zeithaus.
Is that actually German for timeout?
No, it's just directly translating the words time and out.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm sure they call it timeout in like football and stuff.
I don't know really. That's one for the Germans, I think, to answer.
Any Germans in chat?
Don't
Tell
know.
us what the word for timeout is, or just use Google Translate.
Could do that, to be fair. It is pretty easy. Everything's at your fingertips nowadays, so sound like a real boomer saying that.
Yeah, but we did grow up without like this sort of ease of access to information, right?
Yeah.
Just
Just
you
log on to the internet.
if you ever wanted to like back in my day, if you wanted to know something, you might just never know it.
Yeah, might never
You
know
know,
it. You'd live your whole life.
Yeah, you'd have to like go to the library, do a whole bunch of research. It was impossible to like get to know things super like low effort and stuff.
Now I can find out whatever I want to when it pops into my head in the middle of the night.
A terrifying existence.
It's it does mean that quite a lot of what I'm saying or what I'm remembering is not actually being remembered. Like you search it, you think, oh, that's interesting. Next day it's gone. You've forgotten it again.
Mm-hmm.
I've had
So
that many
there
times
was
where I
that
thought,
one scene from that old school cartoon, The Tick. They did do a series about it recently. He like goes to like a dinosaur exhibit and he goes, "Wow, that was a lot of great information. If only I could just retain it." And like he's hitting his head in frustration.
not seen it myself. Might have to check it out. But is the one thing I will definitely be checking out is more Counter Strike because we are getting ourselves back live. It is
Whoop.
Case Esports with that 1 round advantage off the back of the pistol. And we'll see Astralis talents are actually going for the 4 Deagles, P2 Fiddy for Void. He leaves a bit of extra cash in his back pocket. But Case, they should be locked and loaded to get themselves into that second round. But decent nade there. Bill Boney, he's lost half his HP.
And against Eagles, that's should be a pretty bad situation for him. We'll see how that pans out. However, as the counter terrorists, not exactly close enough to be doing anything against these terrorists for the moment. Just having one in the outside toilets area to sort of scout out if there's any presence coming in. He's jumping around and might start to hear some footsteps toward long, as the penny should drop for the Astralis talent side as to what's going on here. We should be seeing a rotation shortly, but no footsteps have been heard apparently. Oh, never mind. There you go. Two rotates coming in, and Vester already opening up the round.
Yeah, the bomb out towards long though. And Void, he's just be jump spotting for that one. Gets a bit of intel, but P250 at this range, you really want to be taking a fight like that? He just fires off a couple shots, will actually push forward in front of the smoke and try and get a closer angle. A much better decision, if I might add, compared to firing off some P250 shots. But there's Vesta and Vigo with the Deagles finding more damage. And these last two Case players, they're hemmed in towards long. Finally, they start to try and push forward. But Landon, he can only manage one. And it's DZT against 4. And an AK picked up as well for Vesta. He has armor with that. If the
One
Deagles
round.
weren't scary enough.
Of course. I mean, just DZT. What can you even do here, right? Rotate back. You know, there's already someone in toilets, so
10
there's going to be a
seconds.
million angles to check. Of course, 10 seconds, and there's no way you can save. So you might as well just push, hope for the extra money that you would get from killing someone. But instead, the money reward does go the way of the CTs. The Mac 10 gets his kill, and well, that was a flawless round from Astralis Talents after losing the pistol.
Yeah, and exactly not what you want if you're Case. Because
Nope.
now Australia's talents, they have a decent stack of weaponry. A lot of it salvaged off your corpses from the previous round, and they're left themselves with just pistols. So Nissim doesn't even have a pistol.
All right, these terrorists now with
There we go.
armor, well, spending all of their money, so this is a force with Deagles and a CZ, might regret that decision unless some nice entries go their way. Last round they did not, but we'll be seeing how this one pans out. Again, just one player in toilets and one playing all the way back, jump spotting long. Gonna be waiting for these T's to show themselves, and show themselves they did. The smoke covers off toilets somewhat. The molly forces Vester into more uncomfortable angle as well. And the rush should be coming in shortly. He needs to watch out here.
Oof. That is a tough shot. But DZT has managed it. Claims the weapon as well. That's the AK going back into Case's hands, and there's another shot. What are these Deagles and what are they doing? Because they've quickly opened up 2 quick kills. Vigo, he's trying to hold them back, but he can only manage 1. And it's almost a Casemate replay of the previous round. DZT only has 1 HP. As they try and push forward, Nixon has been able to find 1. Molotov, though, it's burning yet.
Oh, yes. And that makes it a 2v2 with DZT on only 1 HP. That's going to be a good setup for the CTs. But look at this. No smokes. They can't just stick the defuse they're going to have to be exposed there toward the truck area. At least it provides a little bit of cover. And okay, that's 1 kill down. That's the 1 HP player. Now just Landon, and no, he could not get it done. From long gets shut down. The truck, just too much cover for him to really pre-fire onto the diffuser. And that's going to be the round going the way of the CTs once again. Astralis Talents with 2 rounds in a row, and KC Sports, not that much money to work with in this one.
Yeah, it was looking good initially. It looked like a pretty good reply to the Astralis Deagles, some case Deagles, and unfortunately falls flat while trying to hold the site in the retake. But damage done. It has forced a little bit of rebuy from the Astralis Talent side, but not that they'll matter too much. Not that they'll mind too much, because I mean, case they're just on pistols, limited armor, limited utility, so it should be a pretty solid third for the Astralis side.
Always good to be doing economy damage every single round you can, of course.
Yeah.
But for this one, KC Sports just huddling together, going to be going toward this A bomb site, it seems like. Out of connector, the flash to assist, and the push continues with Void this time playing all the way back here from the site. No help yet. Oh, well, he does have a guy on long, but he's going to have to make his way quickly to help out. The B players seem to have the same idea as Void finds the opening kill and downs the bomb.
Yeah, this is just Astralis mopping up these frags. There you go. Not a single point of damage has that done to the Astralis side. Yeah, no damage done at all to the Astralis Talent side. Very nice.
No, and no bomb plan from the KC Sports side. They did not want to go for that yellow box plant, which I'm not sure why. I guess because they didn't have control of long. They thought truck was going to be the safer option in this one, but not very safe when someone can shoot you on the cross and downing the bomb, right? So a nice little attempt there from the Brazilians, but unfortunately does not go their way. We'll be seeing how this one pans out, however, as now they have a full suite of rifles, grenades, and armors. Just all of their money spent into this one. Astralis need to hold them back, and well, in control of the CTs quite handily. They pushed this one very strongly with 3 players toward A, so now B's a little bit exposed.
Yeah, but they're going to be finding a lot of intel off those players pushing. If they can deal with this single man, that is Nissim, and they have found him very quickly, so nice opening frag. May leave the B side a little undefended for the time being, but it's alleviated a bit of the pressure of a 5-man push, and has certainly gained a lot of intel for Astralis Talents. They're starting to hem in the Brazilians over towards this B side of the map. The only escape right now for them is Connector, and Vesta, he could have the bomb here in a moment. Coming his way.
Connector was confirmed clear, and they don't go there. They instead try to re-aggress toward the ramp area, and that was not a good idea in the end, right? 2 very important frags going down as the bomb follows suit, and now these 2 terrorists just have to find some kills if they can. DZT, the 1 man left. Still, he can take someone with him, but he will be dropping this Kalashnikov to the enemy team as soon as he's gone. At this point, I would just fancy a save. Still, it will desync him economically from his team should he survive the round. Of course, he'll be left with only $350. Gets the 300 off that 1 kill, so at least that's some economic pressure going toward the Danes.
Yeah, but still 4 players alive against a full buy is really nice. So I mean, Astralis Talents won't be complaining against a single kill coming through there. The thing that probably the most annoyed about is not being able to take that weapon away from him. But, you know, it is the game. He's now sort of out of sync, as you said, with his teammates. So what do they decide to do? Do they go for the force buy around this? I'd probably say, yeah, go for the force buy. Get your economy back in sync and hope that Hero AK can find something. They go for a bit of a safer option, which I think you're probably more of a fan of.
Of course, the Hero AK can still do some damage here. You know, the Deagle players can stay next to him and just grandfather that AK, you know, pass it down the generations. And it looks like they will be sticking together for now. 2 players toward the fountain, and underpass just didn't quite work out. That smoke forces them back. Now it's time to aggress toward A, with the Void to receive an AWP in toilets as Vester also is going here out of connector with his buddy, but the opening frag does go the way of the T's, and now it's time for them to clean up. 2 players outside of toilets just finding the frags and ending the round for all intents and purposes. Just the Deagles left alive. The Hero AK didn't get much done, but hey, Void did die.
Yeah, a little eco damage again, but as I said last time, not really enough. You'd want to be trying to maybe finish off Nixon here, get another kill on top of that to really try and punish Astralis' economy. I mean, even just one more kill here, it puts a little bit of pressure on. You're not really building up too much cash. Oof.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I asked for. Nice opening frag to try and get themselves in towards this A site, and Delboni might even be able to find more here. Spots out where a couple of these players are positioned, as Nissim's been able to recover the AWP. This is scary weaponry now. As Case, they've only got 20 seconds, and there's another kill. It all up towards Nissim, but the no-scope's not going to hit. And Astralis Talents, they do get away with a fifth, but there you go, 3 kills. That is economic damage.
They let them recover the AK and the AWP for that matter, so definitely not something you want to be doing against players that are just going for frags. Give them better weaponry. That's just a recipe for disaster, is it not? So yeah, KC Sports do some very nice damage there toward the end. A good opening frag as well, but the presence in toilets, it was just too much. Astralis Talents, they keep playing these 3 players toward that A site. Very dangerous for aggressing T's, but not so in this one. Just back to the old 2-1-2 split. As Astralis Talents have secured that no one is actually rushing middle, we'll be falling back to, spotting out long. Ooh, 2 players toward long this time. Waiting for a flash, it seems, but the terrorists, they're not present here yet.
Yeah, seems like Void maybe playing a bit of a bait setup for his teammate. Will take the opening shot perhaps, and then allow Vesta to peek after. But instead, he's actually gonna push a little deeper in towards short. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's gone back towards long. Fair enough. Okay. I was gonna say a solo pushed in towards the bathrooms. That may not have been the best idea, but he decides against it. And I was just watching the minimap. But yeah, he'll pull back, and yeah, a safe position for him. As Vesta's actually just taking a peek out long. He's got a lot of intel that nobody's out there. Because Case, they've rotated down through connector. They're going to be working their way in towards B. And is this the first time they've hit B?
Yes, it is, and they have no idea that B short is clear, so they're gonna have to take care of that with grenades, give away their position just a little bit, or maybe they're just gonna going in dry for this one. 2 players out of Monster will be assisted by a flash, some more utility flying in as Delboni finds 2 entry kills, and yet another one goes the way of DZT. That's gonna be the terrorists just walking in on that B bomb site. Astralis Talents not ready for it, not having the intel ready. They thought they could stop him with that smoke on short, but it just didn't pan out, and neither did this final push with Vester. He goes down, just Void left, saving the AWP toward long. I don't think he's going to be playing hide and seek successfully anytime soon. If he can find the frag, he does.
Yeah, really wants to keep hold of this AWP. I mean, the talent side, they can rebuy, especially if they keep this AWP alive. So it's not going to be the end of the world here. They can bring a fight towards Case in the next round, but certainly it's a bit of a blow to them. And yeah,
Be sure to grind those dailies.
yeah. I mean, it's basically just 3 opportunities to get yourself some sweet bonuses on LOOT.BET, isn't it?
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
You think you can get free bets off of that? Definitely worth checking out.
So, a prepared execute here from the KC Sports side. The Brazilians going to be heading toward B in this one. Just a little bit of utility thrown over to bait the CTs into using some of their own, but they're going to be playing the waiting game for a while here as There seems to be 3 CTs just ready and waiting. One up close, one graffiti, one water/toxic, and the boosts might not even find any players, right? The toxic player should be anticipating this every day of the week. Ooh, a Molotov toward that up close player. That seems a bit spicy. But the push is going to be stinted by that new Molotov on short. I don't know how they're going to be pushing here. Ooh, an opening kill coming into the aforementioned toxic player as short needs to be held, and Daisy does just that, but the entries just keep on coming in. Toxic player Vigo playing around that smoke. It's going to buy him so much time for the CTs to rotate, but it is still a 2-on-4, and there we go.
Boyd might have something to say about this. Kill onto Delboni, 2 more to find him with Yeps on just 3 HP. A gust of wind might just be enough to take him down. I mean, Void right now has more than a gust of wind in his hands. But can't find the shot onto landing.
A strong hurricane of a weapon there does go down to the same weapon in Landon's hands. A very good setup they had there. And the CTs, they made it seem good with the Behold. I was still a believer late into the game. They had like good positions and everything, but the kills just didn't go their way, right? And that is how the game is played sometimes. KC Sports do find their third, and Astralis Talents seems like they're going to be losing their lead even more so now. The money bad. They have to forego this 4th round for KC Sports, as they'll just be trying to find some kills with the pistols.
Never knew you could jump up to that pallet in Connector.
Oh yeah, it's a great off angle.
Yeah, they're playing like a sort of double stack. The classic Astralis stack, but just with 2 players in Connector on overpass this time. As a case, they are clearing out this B site. Smoke towards Connector as well allows DZT to pass. Oh, I love this. Oh.
I went through the door, honest.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's a classic I once pulled. Worked to perfection. I was so happy about it. Next time I tried it, got just shot in the head and through the smoke. So 50-50. But the case right now, it's all worked out wonderfully.
Yeah, there you go. The trap even works at the end there for DZT. They thought he had passed through, and they didn't really have that much of a choice, right? As it was a bit of a throwaway round for them. They need to just press W and try to find frags, and frags found them, unfortunately. So Astralis Talents with another chance to get this match back in their favor, as KC Sports do find their 4th, an AWP on Landon. And the CTs without a scope in sight, just M4s and armor with no helmet across the board. They're struggling here, but should be an okay buy.
There we go. That's exactly what you need.
A great
nice
start.
Little boost from Connector. Picks up Yeps, and they're able to get out safely as well. So man advantage costs them absolutely nothing apart from a little bit of their time and a few bullets.
And now just the T's. They have all of this map control at this point. Astralis Talents really holding back, but pushing along as well might just let DZT sneak on in here as the frag does not go his way and there's no one behind him to assist. KC Sports running out of players here, just 3 left. And I have no idea where this site take is even going to terminate, right? A kill onto A should be good, but there's still 2 on long, so A far from being under their control at this juncture. But it looks like the bomb will be trying to at least make it toward the 14-letter bomb site as... Ooh, okay, Void doesn't actually connect with the spray there. Nissim with a very fast flick.
I mean, that should have definitely been the kill. Nissim gets away with just 8 points of health. And now it's a 3-on-3, and this round is winnable, but are they going to expect a second player along? Surely not. Vesta, he's bided his time, he's waited, he's allowed his teammate to fluff the shots, and now he takes the fight. Will just deny the bomb plant, was looking to see if he could find anybody else, but it won't connect, and that nade does. Half HP on for Delboni, and now it's just Nissim! But a lovely little shot there, leaves it up to him, but it's Eltex behind him, and there's no way he's ever going to predict that one as 6 on the board for talents, but Nissim finding a little bit of damage there, a little bit of something special.
You're right. Nissim don't be missing, but
like that.
if you're turned away from your opponent, you know, it's pretty hard to flick 180 when you don't know there's someone there. It helps if they whiff the spray, of course, as we
Yeah.
saw, but you know, not that big of a deal as Astralis talents do pick up the round in the end. And that's going to be a little bit of economic recovery from their end. An AWP in Void's hands once again. Sure, there's a FAMAS over there, but I think they'll be fine with that. As KC Sports, still with a great buy of their own, are going to try and take this 5th round for themselves. For now, just heavy presence toward A, and slowly massaging this round as, well, Astralis talents, they're holding on back, right? Just jump spotting long and spotting out short as well, waiting for these terrorists to show themselves.
Case, again, taking things pretty slowly initially. They managed to get a decent control towards mid, though. Cleared out connector as well, so they've gotten some decent control, and a few shots ring out either way through the smoke, but this boost could be what the KC Esports side need. They'll be careful not to peek that Astralis, because they know what might lie on the other side. As Void, he's having a little bit of a look around. Now he fades away as well, alongside the smoke fading away. But 6 on the board for the Astralis side. If they could get like 2 more rounds here, if they could get towards 8, I think that would be the goal for the CT side here. I mean, obviously they'd like more, but I think looking towards 8 is a strong goal. And with Void picking off an opening kill, 7 is starting to look a little bit more likely already. 15 seconds as well.
Yes, 15 seconds. This is not Navi, guys. This is, of course, KC Sports, the Brazilians, pushing on toward this A bomb site, and the kills are not going their way, and there's just not enough time. They have to force the bomb plant, and that just, you know, doesn't work out. Goes down. Too many players on A. Bilboni does save, as he will be economically out of sync with his team once again, as DZT was before. So the hero AK saved, but yeah, this take just it took too long to get started, and even when it did, none of the opportunities went their way. Vester with a nice double spray down there toward the end, as we do see a timeout, hopefully a tactical one this time.
Yeah, and obviously with Astralis talents onto 7 now, it's starting to look like a pretty solid half for them. Obviously, a few rounds still to play. Case had a nice little run in the mid portion of the game, but they were always going to be stunted in this half after picking up the pistol and dropping the follow-ups. So that's sort of the hand they've been dealt this half, the sort of one they've dealt themselves. And so far, they've only been able to pick up 4 in total in a half where they found the pistol round. So yeah, that's tough. I'm sure they aren't going to be, well, obviously not going to be giving up by any stretch of the imagination yet. But,
Of course, but it doesn't bode well, does it?
No, of course not. It's sort of, it's a little bit of a sting. But if they can make the Stuart goal line a little bit close, obviously that'll just help to boost things up. Obviously, if they can maybe get 6, that would be nice. I mean, that's not a disastrous T half by any stretch of the imagination. But,
that's definitely something you're shooting for, at least, right? A 6-9 scoreline at the half on. You know, if the pistol round goes your way, and you convert successfully, which, as we saw earlier, is not a foregone conclusion by any means, but definitely at least something to work with, as we will be going here into the 12th round. AWP's, well, just on one side, Landon. He's going to have to go with the budget AWP, the Deagle in his hands, and the push toward B already starting. Vigo, getting the nice spray down, but does get traded very fast as the toxic player gets taken care of as well. Through the wall, takes a bullet in the head, in a 3v3 situation is what's happened here. The bomb's still not on site, and the rotate's coming in strong.
that nade. Not going to connect all too much damage. It's just Chip Nissim down a tad. And actually going to go for the bomb plant on the other side of the smoke.
Ooh.
It's actually Void who collects the shot. Either way, obscured by that smoke that was placed down. Now Vesta, he's starting to push up over the top, trying to find a player. And as it fades, he certainly will. Nissim is next to fall, and it leaves it up to TZT, a 1 versus 3. He tried to spray through the smoke, but there's no way he's getting that one with Vesta spraying right back at him. And it will be the defuse coming through for Astralis Talents, and 8 on the board.
Just not a promising start there to the B take, right? It did sort of start looking doable once that Deagle shot came in toward Toxic, but the 3v3 situation just doesn't go their way. Not enough utility to really make that one work. The smokes obscure them somewhat, but 2 players spraying directly toward your location, even though there's a smoke in the way, definitely will result in a death more often than not. As we go into the 13th here, Landon on the scout this time. Ooh, not a great set of weaponry here for the T's, but the opening frag does go their way.
This is exactly what Case need. An opening frag. Obviously, Nissim has taken quite a lot of damage from that, but he's left on 15 HP. I'm sure it's worthwhile. You know, any sort of advantage you have, been quickly stripped away though by Void. Any advantage you have is a nice one, even if you take a healthy chunk of damage to secure it. You always want that 5-on-4 as DZT now brings it back into the Case favor. Altex the next one who goes down, and Case, they're looking to posture up towards his A site yet again. The B site has been neglected for the most part this game by the Case side, and when they have hit it, it's been a mixed bag of results. Actually,
yeah,
look at that
like bomb.
Yeah, they actually want to give it a go at towards B, and that's just as Nixim starts rotating out. Vigo, he's got himself a freebie.
It's going to make him think that there's some more action there toward A. Actually, no, the insta-rotate toward connector does come through as they start suspecting that B might be the order of the day today, as the bomb surely will get planted. No CTs to prevent it, and the 3v3 retake should be coming in. Player on short already. Should be finding a frag here to give his team a chance, but just makes some noise as, okay, Void. No, that was, yeah, from heaven, of course, with the AWP. Finds his kill. Daisy does as well. Just left down to Noboni in a 1v2 situation here from water. Can't quite duck and weave in between these bullets. 2 players, just too much for him, as he does fall in the end. And the Astralis Talents, once again, get the defuse here on the B bomb site. This half is starting to run away from them. Case Esports now have to win every single round from here on out to get to that aforementioned 6-9 score line, but they're not going to be having that much money in this one, right? The bomb plan's going to help a little bit. And the loss bonus as well at this point. Yeah, there we go. They're going to have everything. But if this one doesn't go through without a bomb plant, it's starting to look pretty scary.
Not much utility for a couple of these players. Delboni, Nissim, a little bit lighter. They've got a smoke and a flashbang between the two of them. Not really the sort of utility you'd be hoping to go into the last portion of a half with, but the rest of the team pretty decent, so shouldn't be too much cause for concern. It's the utility from Astralis Talents that might be enough to really stun anything Case might try and throw at them. This boost up as well. Dixon. That's a lovely shot. Nails DZT at the first chance, yeah. Very quick headshot. You can see even DZT was aware of it. He was trying to jiggle peek it. Altex actually spots out one towards short there as well, as he had a nade in his hand, but no bullets exchanged in that one. But Astralis Talent's probably feeling a bit of pressure already on this B site, just with that spot and the kill they found already. And now as they're actually just pushing through the smoke, Altex, he'll be able to get the first from those pushing
smoke's really
B
helping
players.
out. Oh my. Landon as well with that one, so at least an entry, but too little too late perhaps. These short players need to start pushing out. Two together should be good for a frag if they decide to shoot the same guy at once, and there you go. Two opening frags coming in for this B site, and Daisy does answer, but he's a little bit trapped there. No help in sight as Nissim does find him all down to Vester. A 1v2 situation, the bomb already ticking, and the first kill in his hands, but the smoke downed on the bomb isn't going to be fooling Nissim anytime soon. He's going to be careful until he hears the beep coming in from the defuse as Vester, he's decided to start pushing on in. There goes the beep, and there should be a spray coming through that smoke sometime soon. Yes, just on the edge of that smoke. Does find him. Very easy frag, and I don't think there was anything else he could have done in that situation, right? Just stick and pray.
I was very close to being defused, though. Like, look at the time in the top left.
Yeah, actually.
0.2.
0.2 seconds.
Almost at it. I'm sure the Astralis talents players were about to shout, scream, let it all out, but nice! Yeah, exactly like that.
Everyone does nice.
Woo!
It's the one universal factor with all cultures.
Yeah.
Everyone shouts nice, even the Asians.
Oh my god, they've done that again.
Yeah, the same opening frag every time. I don't know when KC Sports are going to be learning that, you know, aggressing towards short B as fast as you possibly can does leave you open to that stack kill. And, well, they do answer in kind toward this B short presence as Nixon is still here, not expecting him, but didn't expect Landon to be behind him either. The AWP takes care of that, and that's a 3v3 situation now. An early lead from Astralis Talent, looking for even more. There you go. That's what you gotta do. 2 deagle kills going down on short B. That's gonna leave Nissim in a 1v3.
There's a first.
Does answer at least.
Yeah, takes down Vesta. But 2 more players to find, and now they know his position. They're both locked in on that B side. And they're just gonna be playing together, trying to play for that trade frag if it's needed. And Nissim might just elude them here. If he gets the timing in towards Monster, he just about gets around the corner, I think. Yeah, they're still looking for him, but Void is actually going to be aware that Monster's a possibility. Will be just playing from short, hoping to find the frag, but we'll see if Nissim actually reads this as he pushes forward. 20 seconds on the clock. He's looking the other way. And that's an easy frag for Void. So it is 10 on the board for the Astralis talent side.
Well, not the half they were expecting, right? KC Sports here. Gonna really be looking for the pistol round at least. Because that would be a really good start. And if Astralis Talents do pick this one up, remember it was their map pick. So either way, KC Sports aren't gonna be too gutted. Still a chance to come back on Dust 2, and with these being presumably pretty puggy and aim-heavy players, as we tend to see, you know, those are kind of the ones that get filtered through this sort of team, this sort of tier of player. Oh, Daisy is actually Vigo. I did misspeak a while ago because he is... Oh yeah, because he's muted. Didn't see that one, sorry about that.
I mean, I'm really happy we can see the scores, but
I mean, yeah, man, you can see, you know, as the frags happen in real time, you get to see the numbers increment. DZT finding one, the A take not going that well here for the Astralis talent side. KC Sports really holding them back, presumably. I don't know, but this semi-transparent scoreboard does at least let us see some of the action with Void going down in the end, and that A defense just monstrous. Nothing Astralis talents could have done there, and there you go. We're out of scoreboard vision now, boys. It's all been saved.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm not sure which I'd prefer, scoreboard vision or smelly vision.
That's an old school joke.
Yeah, smelly vision, jeez. You know.
Like Looney Tunes did that one, man. Didn't have to bring all the boomer references today. Oh man, just rushing through those Molotovs and even into the grenades isn't going to be stopping them one bit. DZT finds 2, a third almost, but Landon will surely be mopping up here the MP9. being his janitorial weapon of choice. As KC Sports do convert successfully, of course, Astralis Talents complete Glock save, if I'm not mistaken, running through the Molotov. Just wanted to get it done with over and quick.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much you can do around that. They've just set their sights already on this next one, but Case a couple rounds closer now, you know. Not not out this game, not by any stretch of the imagination. Now we've won both of the pistol rounds and hoping to go for a bit of a bonus round as all the MP9 just straight up mid. But Vigo still finds the shot while being flashed. Looked like DZT had that one dead to rights, but Vigo gets out there with it, killing 10 HP, and that's Astralis Talents with an opening kill.
Not that much map control so far. They do have one lurk player just watching for the B push, as this guy in connector, he's about to get pinched from two sides, it seems. Landon should be able to help him from the toilets area, but the utility does force him back. A smoke in front and a molly in back does result in him going toward the A side, as Yeps, well, he knew he was stuck. He needed to do something, and that something was dying, apparently. Though getting another player down to 10 HP, still very doable for KC Sports, but the M4s are going to have to go strong here against the low HP players.
Yeah, that's both the MP9s now that have almost found a kill.
Almost not good enough, I'm afraid. The B hit should be coming in strong, and look at this, no presence whatsoever. There is one rotating as fast as his legs can carry him, but a 1v5 situation for him shouldn't be a pick, as Landon does get removed. And well, okay, at least the boost is present, but no one, a counter boost on the other side of the wall is going to be going toward heaven as well. So these players are very much stuck now. At least they got a frag, but that's all they're going to have to show for it, really.
Yeah, Delboni actually aware that that's the possibility from the boost. And he gets the frag, takes down Vesta. Nixon has dealt a swift justice in reply. It's very quickly mopped up by Astralis Talents. Void and Vigo, the two players who were tagged down low by the MP9s, the ones who were alive at the end of the round. A cruel tragedy for KC Sports.
So, what kind of a buy are Astralis going to be heading with here? Because Vester's on 3,700, so he's going to need to get like an SMG from one of the players. Presumably a Galil could be a buy. Vigo
Yeah.
could do that drop, and then Vester can invest into a lot of utility for perhaps an execute that they have in mind.
I mean,
Right after this pause, of course.
you head over to LOOT.BET as well. It did just appear on the screen there, but I think in Russian. So if you use Porto, Porto on LOOT.BET, you can give yourself some decent bonuses. I think it's a 100% bonus on
Yeah,
deposits you make. So, you
all
know.
the graphics are below the Twitch stream, so just have a
Yeah.
little bit of a scroll down, have a look. Those ones aren't in Russian.
Yeah.
They're in the Queen's English. As we will be seeing this 19th round happen here, KC Sports on the eco, except for this scout here on this, though he is missing currently. Didn't find any kind of damage toward T ramp, as the CTs, they went for with heavy A presence, and that's going to come back to bite them. This B execute should be coming in strong with only one player to hold, perhaps give some early info. Landon, he's just okay. I'm going to be finding a dink. That was funny to see from the third person, as Vester's neck just had to bend at an unnatural angle, but he recovered, and the bomb should be going down soon. But they do lose a player on the other side of the map, so that's at least a weapon in the hands of the KC Sports side.
Yeah, and an AK as well. A very nice weapon to be picking up. Landon, he has the scout off of Nissim's body, so he's going to be trying to find some damage. I'm not sure if Case are really going to commit much to this. Doesn't look like they're going to commit really anything. They're just going to try and lock in Astralis to the site, maybe pick up a player or two trying to escape. But the Case, I mean, yeah, getting out of this round with an AK, that's actually pretty decent, you know, all things considered. That's a nice little addition to their arsenal for the next round, and not only is it better rifle than the M4s that the KC Sports side could be buying up, it's also saves them a bit of cash. Gets some extra utility up. And yeah, this is a nice little pickup. But of course, they're still 5 rounds behind. So that's the pickle they're in.
Quite a pickle, yes. Again, it was the pick of Astralis talent, so we should be expecting them to take it right. A very strong showing on their CT side does give them quite a lot of breathing room here. Not that they necessarily require it. The 5 lead still in their hands. And this time Landon with, again, the scout, not that much money in the CT camp, is going to have to spring for the budget option. The AWP on Void present on the T side, however, as a heavy B presence. Once again, a faster execute perhaps. One player already in Monster, waiting in that smoke. The nades flying in, Molotovs and grenades as well. The HE not going to be that devastating as the smoke does come through. But Vester, with the counterplay, almost finds the player there toward Toxic. Isn't going to be going down without a fight, however. Finds 2 as DZT finds one of his own. That's a 1v2 now all of a sudden for Void. The AWP player really going to have to work for this one. Switches out for the AK, and that's not his usual weapon of choice. Does go down. 1v2 does not go his way, and KC Sports do find an 8th.
Nice entry frags there from Void. Him and DZT leading the table with 4 apiece. Love to see it.
Love to see both teams having, you know, good entries go their way.
And it does sort of show as well, Case they've been having involvement in these rounds. There's never been like real shutouts.
Yeah, this isn't the stomp by any means, so definitely we could still see a swing back, but let's just say Astralis talents do have their number on at least overpass for now. As the A presence comes in once again, KC Sports holding 1 long, 1 short, and like 3 on B. So they are ready for yet another B aggressive take, but Astralis talents, they decide against it. We'll be massaging this A short area for now. Maybe even finding that one player as he transitions back. No, it looks like connectors on the menu for now. That gets cleared out, and then, yeah, back toward A.
I remember as well, this is the Astralis Talents map pick in this best of 3. We do have Dust 2 coming up next, which is, of course, the Case pick. So if you're a Case fan, don't get too worried just yet. You still got another 2 maps if they're not able to pick up this one. But, I mean, they're still in the running. Only 4 rounds behind, and with a limited buy and a lot of damage done towards Void, they might just be able to pick up a 9th.
It certainly seems possible.
Yeah. 35 seconds on the clock. Looking like this B site is going to be under a lot of attack from this Astralis side as they push forward. The Deagle from Void actually going to get an opening, but Delboni's still around and has Nissim as well for support as they're going to be finding a lot of frags, cutting down the offense. But Vestra and Altex, they are not going to go down quietly. They'll get the bomb plant secured and it leads it up towards Landon and DZT.
Well, a surprise presence here from Short is going to be downing the bomb as it gets planted. Yeah, of course, no time left. Vester is going to have to survive in this pit, just hiding for his dear life, and even gets a scout hitting the top side of his helmet there toward the end. Luckily, it wasn't bullets that hit him. As that B defense, I mean, they had the presence, right? But no utility left in their hands, just sort of left it all open for the T's to push on in and get the frags.
Yeah, I mean, they actually did pretty solid on the defense there. Delboni especially getting a couple kills. Exactly what was needed for Case.
But unfortunately, it was not enough. As in this one, Astralis talents will be saving up their weaponry, of course. Vester finds the opening frag, starting to look a little bit scary for Case, but definitely good presence there toward the connector area. Losing another player, that's not what you want to see against players that don't have weaponry. That's another M4 to be picked up, and B starting to look a little bit open here, a little bit naked. DZT scared, throws a grenade preemptively. Now Astralis there you go, yeah. That's the flank coming through. Finds one, goes back, leaves a ghost of himself behind as he Tries to rotate fast to help, perhaps with the rotate kills, as the rotate will be coming in for the Astralis talent side.
A lot of pressure is going to be on Landon here towards this A site. Probably just tries to find one pick and then back away. Maybe just fires through the boxes, and he does exactly that. Nails down Void. And all through the back of the cranium. Not going to leave him too healthy anymore. He's dead. As Nixon's looking for a lurk, but they'll just actually pass each other. And this leaves Vesta so very exposed. Nixon, he can have this shot if he just pushes a little bit further. He'll get the kill, and now it's all on to Nixon. A 1v3, the bomb ticking down, but there's still so much time left on that bomb for Case to work with. And now they know where Nixon is. Landon, he's gone down,
Ooh.
but another shot onto DZT, who's not only been killed, he's been obliterated by Nixon. Now just a battle of the ends. Nixon versus Nixon, and it's Nixon in the 1 versus 3, putting Astralis talents onto 13.
It was that second kill that was the most crucial, right? Just finding the first one, okay, standard. He didn't know where you were coming from. But then getting that very quick headshot toward Bank, getting the kill, and just winning the round off the back of it, because it was a 1v1. The CT player not comfortable with just going for the straight up defuse. It leaves space for the T to go all the way back, wait for the aggression to come in, as the angles, well, they do work out in his favor toward the end. Just a fantastic hold from his end, and that's going to be Case Esports devastated economically. Less than 3,000 per player. Definitely going to be a save here.
That was pistols as well. Remember that for
Yeah,
Astralis
yeah.
talents.
The
That
opening
was-
kills just went their way, right? And then they could
Yeah.
recover some weaponry. That aggressive monster play really didn't work out for the Brazilians.
Certainly did not. And yeah, this is now a difficult situation. Case will go for the kill. I mean, DZT is left with just 1,500, so he's not going to have a very nice buy in the next round if they go for it, which I think they will. They just need to try and hope for maybe a kill or two coming their way. Maybe a weapon salvage that you could drop over to DZT.
Certainly looks doable with all this presence toward B,
Yeah.
but the majority of them are on short, however, as there's just going to be Nissim looking at the floor. No one checks him. That's a very standard spot for someone to be hiding on Ecos especially. Does secure a frag off the back of it, so good job there, but that might be all she wrote for this one, unless Delboni can get something off the edge of that smoke, and he does. The planter goes down, but so does Delboni right after.
As well, and right now neither of these guns recoverable.
Ooh.
But Yeps, another shot comes through, and it's a 2v2. No way, Yeps! That's unbelievable. And now it's Vesta against what? Against two players, one on either side of him. He's having to cower in the corner. Whichever way he's peeked, he's going to get shot from the other side. In case they were playing kind of with pistols. And forget just trying to squirrel away a couple weapons. They'll take away the whole round.
Is Yeps just like Zaiwu in disguise? That P250 action just guaranteed the round for his team. Man, pistols and Counter-Strike, right?
I bet Yeps plays the
Unbelievable.
daily quests on LOOT.BET.
I bet he does. That's where he learned how to get those sick frags.
Yeah.
From watching all these pro games. Man, P250's at that range. Very powerful stuff for $300, remember. And that's going to leave Astralis talents with not a penny to their name. They will have to save in this one. Still, the Eagles picked up, but an early kill already going the way of Case, as there was a player sort of hiding in Monster, probably hoping to be an unexpected angle, but a quick shot does dispose of him, and that's going to leave them in a 4 versus 5 situation here with Case, mainly stacking the B bomb site, but still leaving, of course, presence there toward A, spotting out long, spotting out short, jump spotting as well. So these Deagles, they do have a millisecond to find their target should they see it. There you go. That's the opportunity that slipped through their fingers already. It was a wide open frag to get. As the B attack, ooh, I was going to say does get shut down, but Dolboni goes down, and Vigo, not wanting to lose the bomb just yet, recovers a weapon. Just Nissim left here toward jail. He's going to have quite a few T's to find pretty soon as he gives away his position, but the help is already on its way. Yeps, with a nice little bit of help here towards short, and that's going to be the round. But 2 kills going the way of Astralis, right? Let's see if they can find one more with this Deagle. Nah, P250 stronger than Deagle every day.
Here's a replay. Replay from that prior round that Case managed to steal away. These 2 shots from Yeps just obliterates Nixon.
Okay. That's one where you just do a smiley face and chat afterwards.
Yeah.
Really frustrating, right? Because you always know there's going to be someone hiding in those barrels looking at the ground with their head not poking out. So if that one kill didn't go their way, there we go. A 4-man boost? Canceled. Fun is canceled for today, guys. No 4-man boost.
4-man boost closed.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Good timing. DZT.
I mean, reasonable. Gets the time in. Leaves Altex on 2 HP. He's even going to be able to follow up onto Vigo as well. 2 kills for him and so much damage being done. Now up to Nixon and Vesta, but there's Nixon showing his face. Vesta's going to show his as well, and they're both able to find kills off the back of it. And quite a lot of damage has actually been done to these Case players as well. All of them below half HP. Not unrealistic for Astralis talents to try and pick up, or to be able to pick up this round.
Definitely not much. Even scared to go pick up the bomb, even though it's free. And with 48 seconds left, I don't even know where these players can sort of group up and go execute. I suppose B should be an easy choice, but with all of this time burnt just looking for the bomb as it's just laying there all by its lonesome. They have to clear the angles, though. They have to do their due diligence as they finally figure out the penny has dropped. Yeah, it's free. And now toward long. Okay, 20 seconds left. Let's see if the sprinting exercise. Yeah, knife in hand. Have to rush this whole thing. 10 more seconds. Oh boy, Astralis. Y'all need to die soon. And
there's
I think
a player truck as well. Like, surely there's just no way. Yeah.
There you go.
Round's done. Yeah, I think they expected DZT to still be in that park position after finding a few frags, but yeah, this was the outrageous opening. He just gets the timing so perfectly as 2 players are stood in front of him, puts down 1 to 2 HP, kills the other, finishes off that 2 HP player later, and even gets another frag on top of that. So,
you know, he's looking at the timer at that point, right? He's got this all figured out that, like, at exactly, I don't know, 1 minute 42 or something, at that point you need to start shooting, and that he does. So great preparation from their end here. The Brazilians giving us a good show, as Astralis talents will be on a even Steven scoreline here. 13-13 probably coming in. Just a very bad buy coming in from them. Of course, Vester still has that AK. Oh boy, that Molotov, devastating damage for the T's, as their aggression will be coming in. But I thought Dolboni got him without even shooting.
Yeah, that was just the perfect time on the nade from Yeps. Utility damage off the charts this round for him.
He's gonna be top of that scoreboard. The alternate one that Valve added recently that shows utility damage. Either way, Astralis talent's just gonna be looking at this B bomb site with evil intent. Just 2 out of monster, hoping to secure a frag, but the bomb already going down. Dolboni finding him. As the bomb surely will be allowed to be planted, but ooh, they don't fancy the plant anyway. They want to go for the kills. Vigo all the way up close, spots out 2, but can't get the spray down, as the Glock is just not going to be strong enough here on the fade toward short. KC Sports do find their 13th, only losing 1 player in this one still. Astralis Talents will be happy with that, at least, that they're doing some economic damage, but they won't be happy with this. I mean, great timing on that nade.
Oh, perfect. But yeah, I mean, Astralis Talents, they had a really strong lead. What was it, 12-7, 13-7? Case,
Yeah,
they are making a case for themselves here to take over
been,
pass, and
you've been
obviously,
saving that one.
nah, just straight off the tip of the tongue there. As
Oh, of
they're
course, of course.
attempting the 4-man boost.
Again, they didn't do it twice, like in this game already.
Yeah.
They failed the timing, and
And now
I
look how
guess it's
far
back to the.
DZT is.
Oh my, scary. Okay, that was even scarier when he fluffed the first couple of bullets, but does connect to the head in the end. Nixon does go down, as the kills are one apiece at the moment. 4v4 situation. Short aggression not working out. Astralis Talents with it all to do here. Finding all that map control, and now they have to actually secure some more toward long. Okay, a straight up 1v1 duel. This favored them as well. Void finding DZT meanwhile with the AWP. That's going to leave only Landon to save this AWP for the next. So Astralis Talents, after quite a bit of losing, do finally find a round. KC Sports are going to have to capitulate here, but plenty of money to work with still.
Very, very close first map, and I love that. Because this is a best of 3, and obviously Case. This isn't their map pick, it's the Astralis Talents map pick. We'll be heading over to Dust 2 next, and that will be the Case Esports hunting ground. So for them, pushing it this close on the first map is certainly going to feel pretty welcoming as we head into the next. But if they could pick up this one, that would be even nicer, and we may even be looking at a 2-0 against the Astralis Talents, sending them down to the lower bracket. But that's still a little ways away. We've not even finished the first map yet.
Of course, of course. Getting ahead of ourselves as usual.
And that kill from DZT as well in Connector is just the sort of issue you have when you go for those the 5-man boost early on, especially if it doesn't work out in your favor. Because you've given up so much control of the rest of the map. DZT is already pushed in all the way to the bottom of the ladder connector. So it's just like, you give up so much space. I mean, Astralis Talents, they still win the round out despite that. They get an opening somewhere. Oh my god, they're doing it again.
Third time's the charm. Let's go. I mean,
nobody's there.
Nobody's there, but at least they did give it the old college try.
But again, the aggression.
Oh, Nissim all the way up here. He should be good for 1, but that's going to be scary if he gets refragged, right? It should be favoring the T's, especially with Landon already down. That's going to be, oh my. Just the sneakiest possible play. Let's go, Nissim. You can get so many here. Just find 2 frags. That should be enough. And there you go. No! The 2 don't go his way. The headshot up close. He knew he had to flick very fast, but very unfortunate stuff coming out here. At least DZT is going to have a bit more luck here. Does find 2, and that's going to be all she wrote for him, but a catastrophic 900 IQ play coming in toward the beginning. Only 1 kill went his way, and sure, he did headshot another guy, but that could have been so much more.
My head is in my hands. I was expecting so much. Oh, that could have been magnificent. Instead, it's left a big old grin on my face, and it hurts to say that.
From 900 IQ to 9 IQ, that guy in chat said it best. Not waiting to confirm the kill before you swap to another player. That is just going to be devastating, as is this bomb plant for the KC Sports side. They're not even close to being able to contest this. Vester, of course, will be finding the first frag. The grenade did give away Delboni's position, and he leaves Yeps in a 1v2.
And obviously, I mean, I think everyone can understand that this round probably goes a lot differently, even if he just gets a second kill there, Nissim.
Especially with that flank,
Yeah, and because it looks like Yeps isn't going to be able to secure this one. He's going to tap the bomb, hope to draw out some players, but yeah, he'll get 1 for 1. Oh, why do we have to watch this?
Man,
Oh dear.
those guys, their hearts must have, wound up in their throats at that point when they heard those first shots rain in
Yeah. To be
from the
fair, it
back.
was a
Like,
very quick refrag from Nixon, though.
yes. So, like, props to the Astralis boys for getting rid of him that quickly.
Yeah.
And speaking of Nixon, he's not been doing too hot here as the very new showing here for the Astralis side. Not a great KD so far. I haven't been spotting out that many super impactful frags either. So not sure what to think about this new Astralis Talents player, just based on the eye test. But we'll see how it goes in the second map of Dust 2.
I mean, there's still every chance it's not over yet, obviously. But with an opening going the Astralis Talent's way, there is damage done in return. That nade could have been enough to finish off Vesta, but it lands a little bit short. I think it got caught on the sort of ridge of the boxes there. But there's the frag either way from Nissim.
They were lining up grenades as well. They wanted to stack a cheese onto a certain area, but that just gets denied with the CTs prodding for information, right? Getting a kill as well should be a great decision as, well, Astralis Talents, they are a map point. They can secure this win right here, right now, but still with a lot to do here. Sure, the enemies are all with zero utility SMGs and M4s, but still, up close and personal, those MP9s can be deadly. We'll be seeing what this A site take can do. A flank should be... No, it's going to be going toward B, so now this A player is all by himself. Should be ringing in for backup quite soon, but those CTs are so far away. It's going to be all down to Yeps to find 2 frags here. Only finds 1, gets traded. Not enough, I'm afraid. And this bomb is all but planted. And the CTs with very poor positioning for the afterplant. This could be it for Esports.
It could be. There is a kit for landing. He's isolated, though. Which, if Nixon picks up this frag, which he should do, and he does, that's the kit gone. And now it has to be a 10-second defuse for the KT Sports side. And that makes things so much more difficult. Yeah, there's just no way.
Yeah, impossible, because they don't even have a smoke to like at least cover the bomb planter as he goes for it, right? They have to just stand in the open, hope for some kills, and hope does reward them with at least one. But Vigo still strong there toward the long position, not